What's up guys, I'm Jacob, this is Benny. On this episode we put full air suspension to the rear of Abbey Lister's Sandy Jimny. Danny from Power Station Co joins the convoy and we hit up some four-wheel drive trails in the Sunshine Coast Hinterland and camp out at a creekside oasis.
Then we head over to Cooloola Coast, hit up some sandy tracks, find an epic beachside campsite with amazing ocean views.
Welcome to Bag Builds. All right, let's get into it, eh Benny? Yeah. What are they doing? Wait. You gotta say the Jimneys. Where are you guys going? So we stuck with the Suzies. Right, the Sandy Jimny is just about to arrive and we are going to be doing the bag builds treatment, aren't we?
Yep.
Seen ads. She's rocking up now. Here we go. Here it is. How sick does that look? Mad. Yeah, it's awesome. You've done a little bit more to it.
I know, right?
Yeah,
She's glowed up a little bit.
Cracking. Boom. That's mad. So, are you ready for the bag builds treatment?
I don't know if I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
Oh, you'll be right. We'll look after it.
You gotta give me the rundown.
Yep, give you the rundown.
But I'm excited.
I reckon you got new wheels on it and everything.
I reckon you brought the whole of DI back with you.
I've even got the shells hanging down from your house.
That's mad.
It's alright. You guys are vacuuming it, right?
Yeah, we're going to do the whole detail. We don't just do airbags.
Sorry.
Alright, sweet. So we'll get the vehicle on the hoist and then we'll do a bit of a measure up and we'll get into it, eh?
You driving?
Yeah. Well, Benny is. He's the one who does all the work.
How's the leg room in this beast? Oh, it's auto, eh?
Yeah. Sorry, can't drive manual.
We've had this kit running absolutely beautifully for years now on our own Jimny.
We know the suspension on the new Jimny hasn't changed much, so this is a prime R&D opportunity to see if there's any tweaks necessary to the existing kit. So here are all the goodies,
Wait.
Abby.
I think you go.
So you're at our level now. That's it, yeah. So these are all the goodies we are planning to install on your rig. So we actually have this set up on our old Jimny over there. So you're gonna have full tire inflation, airbag control through a push of a button, which is gonna be pretty sick.
Wireless gauge.
Wireless gauge, man. Look at that.
She's fancy.
So that's going to show the two pressures in each of those airbags. Got all the mounting brackets and everything there ready to go.
Okay.
We're going to do a bit of colour coding as well, aren't we?
Ooh, I heard.
Yeah. So, let that go off. So we had a good chat with Bodie from McCormick. He set you up with the wheels and the suspension underneath. So he did a bit of colour coding. Peach colour. So what is that? Did he mix
Peach
it or
is
something?
now my signature colour, I've decided. So instead of like the tacky pink, not tacky, not nasty, but instead of like the pink, so obviously doesn't go with my aesthetic, I decided on peach. Well, I sent a few colours to Bodie and then he kind of met me in the middle.
Like, this is what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
So now that's my signature colour.
Sick.
So
I reckon we send these off to Bodie for starters. So all the black brackets you see, we'll colour code it to peach.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Just for me?
Yeah. And
never been done before?
That's it. And and this tank as well, we might even see if we can colour code that, if that's going to fit on the vehicle. So we'll soon find out. But yeah, let's get into it, eh?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, done. You going to jump down there?
Yeah, sorry. Now I'll come down.
We are hooking Abbey up with full air suspension on the rear only, and the official production kit is going to suit up to 3 inches, plus it will also suit the old and new Jimny models.
And we are working on the front suspension, and that's not too far off for you Jimny enthusiasts that are wondering.
sleep in the car when I go camping. I'm obviously at the beach and the beach isn't flat or even at all. So it's going to be awesome to be able to push a button and the car's going to be able to level out and I'm going to be able to have a good night's sleep without having my blood rush to my head.
Alrighty, so as you would have seen on our Jimny, we have mounted the air tank off the outside of the chassis rail, but we don't have this weird brace box thing on either side, so we can't fit the tank in and there's not much room anywhere else. So what I'm thinking is we go for a dual air compressor setup. So one either side, and we'll just mount them with our universal brackets. Just mount them off the chassis rail.
Bodie's worked his magic once again on the brackets. Benny's chopped his monstrosity of a beard off. So it is time for the bagging process to begin. Let's get into it.
Today is the day, guys. Sandy the Jimny is getting her bagged builds treatment, but I've got to go do a coffee run with the boss, but first we've got to make coffee for the team.
Before we start with the airbags, we just want to do an initial ride quality test, very basic. We want to see how the conventional coil springs perform with load added to the vehicle. We're probably going to reach up to the payload with this one. So we're probably going to see a lot of spring sag, maybe some bottoming out.
Definitely bottoming out.
Yeah, and stability going around corners and everything. It's probably going to be a bit poor, so we'll see how we go and stay tuned. Right, here we go, the initial test. Wait for this big truck to go, or we'll just take out the Jimny. So instantly when we started to load the vehicle, we saw a fair bit of spring sag. This is going to compromise the ride quality and the suspension travel. What do you reckon, Ben, sitting in the passenger side?
It's definitely bottoming out.
Yeah, you can feel that, can't you? Yeah. So you'll probably see with the GoPro footage that the bump stop is very close, starting to bottom out on the bash plate there. Okay, we're starting to approach some decent speed bumps. So this is where we're going to definitely see a bit of bottoming out as we go over them. Now if you had airbags in there and you maintain that level ride height with no spring sag, you wouldn't be experiencing that bottoming out. Before we get stuck into the airbag install, Benny's just going to have a quick squiz under here, see what he needs to do to get the vehicle ready, prepared, so we can whack the airbags into place. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what you actually get in the full air suspension for the rear of the Suzuki Jimny. All the mounting brackets are included, the upper brackets, the lower brackets. We're also throwing in a bit of a inflation valve mounting bracket as well. So we're either going to use this or not, depending on where's the safest spot for the inflation valve so they don't get bashed or anything like that on an off-road track, for example. Other little components in here, we've got the heavy-duty nylon tubing with the protector tubing around it, so it keeps it nice and safe when you're routing the tubing under the vehicle. We've got all the fittings necessary to bolt this into place. So Benny, what do we got to do with the preparations here? Do we have to do any shock stuff like under the lower shock mount?
Yep, so that will make it easier to remove coil springs. So yeah, we'll undo those, remove the coils, then we've got to mark out the lower spring seat so we can drill those and bolt the lower of the airbag to the spring seat. And then the rest is bolts in and easy to go.
Beauty. Also, another thing to mention here, as you can see, Abbey's got these peach coloured coil springs in there that McCormick spent a good amount of time on those to make them look and schmicko and everything. So sorry Bodie, we're taking the coils out, and Bodie's hooked us up with the painted brackets and everything like that. So it's a bit of a special thing we're doing for Abbey there and what Bodie's done. So we're gonna whack those into place and hopefully it still gives that sort of peach vibe she's chasing.
What we've got to do now is replace the factory bump stops with our load up spring. Now this will just give us a bit more compressed height to prevent the airbag from bottoming out.
What we're doing here is we're just making sure the airbag alignment's good. Being as though we've never installed an airbag kit to the newer Jimneys, we have done the previous ones. We just got to make sure obviously the alignment's good with the upper and lower brackets and also the airbag. Once we've done that and we've confirmed everything, we just need to open up the bottom spring seat there, the hole there, so we can bolt it into place. We should be good to go.
Developing this airbag kit, we've selected a Firestone rolling sleeve airbag, which makes for optimum ride quality and stability under all load and road conditions.
This will also flex beautifully off-road.
Has anybody told you why? Have you any idea why?
Abbey and Danny arrived early to see the progression of the install. Unfortunately, we came to a little bit of a halt there. Her existing shocks were too large in diameter, which sat a little bit too close to the airbag.
So to gain more clearance, we ended up going for a skinnier shock, but still maintain a 2-inch lift.
Has anybody told you why? Have you any idea why?
Airbags are in, eh Benny? You have a bit of fun as well, are you?
Have a look at this.
Good old no shocks.
Need some West Coast gangster rap playing as well.
Love it, love it. Benny's done an awesome job of the airbag install. We've swapped the previous shocks over to a smaller diameter shock. Now we've got awesome airbag clearance. Next step is to add air into the airbags, perform a quick leak test, and set the ride height of the vehicle. Let's do it. Let's do it. The airbag install is complete. We've booked Abbey into our local airbag man specialist for phase 2 of the install. Let's drop her vehicle off to McCormick's. This is where the magic happens. While I've been driving this rig, I'm actually getting a heap of looks in here, eh? Heap of suspect looks. A lot of dudes looking in at this rig as well, which is pretty funny. Yep, there's another one. G'day, mate. So they're probably thinking there is a good looking bird in this rig, but then they find out that it is this overgrown curly haired ranger in the front seat here. Probably getting a massive shock. Oh, this is classic. I've just arrived at McCormick's. Phase 2 of the airbag install is about to begin. I am keen as mustard. Let's see if we can get a reaction out of Bodie of me getting out of this chimney. Yeah, Benny boy's arrived as well, so let's get into it.
What's going on here? It's not Abbey, that's the Carrot. What are you driving the car for, Carrot? Hey,
Mate, it is so tight.
Here, mate. How you going, bud?
So tight in there. I've got so many sus looks as well.
How'd you fit in that?
I don't know, I just squeezed in, you know. Good times.
It's a beast, isn't it?
It is.
It's looking good.
So are we ready for phase 2?
Phase 2, I'm raring.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Right, let's do it.
I'm ready to not do it.
Actually,
for you guys
let's
to do
just do it like 9.
Yeah, done.
Done.
Alright, cool. Let's get into it. We have airbag man specialists globally and all over the country like McCormick's that can supply and install the entire airbag man range.
They can also look after all your servicing needs and fit out your rigs with any accessories you want. One-stop shop.
We've got Abbey's car in the background. Phase 2 of the airbag man build. We are completing an onboard air supply system today. She's going to be over the moon. Can't wait. Also, while it's here, we're doing a 10,000k service. Can't wait to do that for Abbey. She's going to be pumped.
Our heavy duty air compressors are tucked away and protected nicely underneath the chimney with our universal mounting brackets. These brackets can be used on a wide variety of different applications.
Not only do we have them for our air compressors, but we also offer them for our slimline aluminium air tanks, which work a treat.
Just a quick note with all our bracketry, unless you're Abbey, unfortunately we cannot colour code the brackets peach for you.
However, rest assured, all of our brackets come with a high quality E-coat that's globally known and used with all OEM applications, so you're well covered on that front.
These particular compressors have an IP rating of 67, which pretty much means it's well protected from dust and can be temporarily submerged underwater.
The remote mount air filters have been mounted up into the cabin for the cleanest air possible, and this will get the most life out of the compressor.
Seriously, if you have nowhere to put gauge and switches in your modern dash like this one, or even in the back because your chocker's full of accessories, we have a wireless key fob controller. You can whack that on your keychain for easy access, or just store it in your glove box. Nice and easy.
And the wireless receiver and valve block are so compact you can mount it pretty much anywhere in your vehicle, easy as to install.
Let it all be there as I'm holding, inside. Let it all be there as I'm holding, inside. Let it all be there as I'm holding, inside. Let it all be there as I'm holding, inside. Let it all be there as I'm holding, inside. Let it all be there as I'm holding, inside. Let it all be there as I'm holding, inside. Let it all be there as I'm holding.
Hey guys, I've just gotten to McCormick's and Sandy's looking great. I love the colour coding. I can't wait to take her on the trip and show the boys how it's done.
We would just like to say a massive thank you to everyone supporting the channel. Make sure you drop a like and a comment on this video and subscribe if you haven't already.
Let's get stuck into this trip and show you the airbags in action. First stop, Mullaney Lookout meeting point.
This is bloody awesome. Finishing off these absolutely fantastic coffees, aren't we, Benny?
So good.
How good's the weather though?
Not much of a view, but you know, does the job.
We're expecting to get these absolutely sick views of the Glasshouse Mountains with this tree, but just didn't go to plan.
Nah.
So what are we doing? We're going to head off to Moreland. Yep. And check out the scenic views, hopefully. Some pine trees. What else?
And hopefully the rain stops.
Right? Yeah, it'll be good. Just get into it. Just be positive.
Man.
Let's do it. Abbey, Danny, welcome to a bag builds adventure. How are we all feeling today?
Feeling good, boys.
Bloody believable, boys. Can't wait for this trip. It's been 3 months in the making, or 4 months pre-COVID.
It's been insane, this COVID thing, eh?
Better be worth the wait.
Mate, we're in the right state, that's for sure.
I'll tell you what, this weather though, hopefully we can get some awesome picturesque scenery around here.
Okay guys, we're just about to go down Sandy's first ever steep decline. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna have Benny in the car with me, so if I cry, he can take over the wheel. It'll be fine.
Just in low range 1, and I'm not really touching the brakes at all. Here we go, nice little hump here. Yes. Yeah, baby.
And once the you feel the wheel start to get pulled into the tracks, just let it do it.
Oh, it does brake for you. How weird.
And then yeah, just follow those lines.
My traction controller's going off. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Easy, Abs.
And you can brake as well, do if you go a bit slower. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Right, so we just found a nice little sort of rutty section here, so we're going to send the 200 up first, and we're just going to scope it out really, and the guys Abbey and Danny are just going to spot us a bit, because I definitely need it.
The best way down's the fast way, so we're just going to send it.
Should be right, should be good. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, how's that flex? How's that?
Now that we've shown the 200 flex a bit with the rear full air suspension, Abbey, it is your turn. You keen?
I'm nervous.
We've also got Danny there with the Solasto, the durable bump stops in the back, so the stability down here should be pretty spot on, I reckon, Danny.
Yeah, the Solasto.
All right, here we go.
All of these rigs are carrying some sort of weight, whether it's from light to heavy, and with conventional coils or leaves, you'll notice poor stability, spring sag, and bottoming out.
With airbags installed, you will return your vehicle back to its safe level ride height position, and your ride quality and stability will be back to normal.
Okay boys, but real question is, what do we have with our pies? Tomato sauce or barbecue sauce?
I reckon I'm going the tomato sauce, eh?
Benny only has barbecue sauce with his coffees.
No sauce with the pie though.
I'm a tomato girl.
You know what? I go sauceless. Is that bad?
I'm with you there, mate.
It's like full taste of the pie. I can't have any sauce to ruin the pie taste.
If it's a bad pie, you need sauce. If it's a good pie, you don't.
We have just arrived at the Kenilworth town here. Danny has just worked his magic. The pie shop actually closed at 1. We're about 2 hours late, and I think he's just ended up getting that place to open, so we should be in for some pies. Absolutely keen. Let's do it. Benny, how good is a Kenilworth pie?
I absolutely love that bakery. Now, at some point, we've got to try this 1 kilo donut.
Next trip then, eh?
Yep.
All right, this next spot is a crystal blue Oasis. I absolutely love this joint. We've just arrived at the campsite here at Bouloomba Creek. Now, one of the biggest benefits of full air suspension is the lowered height, isn't it?
Lowered height,
Especially when you get to the campsite. Easy access into the back of the vehicle and getting the swags off the roof rack. Piece of cake.
Pretty much anything you put on the roof.
Exactly. So, without further ado, let's show you how it's done.
Okay guys, I've just watched the boys take their swags off and now I'm about to put down my bags and take my swag off. But I don't know how Danny's going to go with all his gear on the top because he doesn't have bags, but we'll be right. Alright, let's go.
Jacob's done it, Abbey's done it, now it's time for me to do it. I actually don't have a compressor, but I've got something better than that. I've got a stick, and we're going to do the auto leveling, people. So you come over here, you open this up, and you just deflate your tyre on that side. And you've got to get it level. That's it. That's how we do it.
The lowered height is perfect for easy access into the back of the vehicle and on top of the roof rack. It can be used for easy access into your carport at home and the shopping centre as well.
Not only that, it's perfect for hitching up your trailer or caravan.
Camp set up, it's time to have some boerewors on the Osprey. Did I say that right? Boerewors? Yeah. Yeah, nice. Good stuff. Courtesy of our new Airbag Man team member, Joshy, behind the camera. Absolute legend. How good was it?
It's something I've never had, and I reckon we're going to make him bring it every trip.
That's it. nice and early, checked out the epic creek that we were sleeping right against, and then Danny suggested it's time for a proper wake up, and that's exactly what we did, didn't we?
Dead set, everything disappeared at that point.
Alright, I'm done. Alright, let's go have a hot shower.
Okay, you guys saw me pump up my airbags with my wireless controller. Now I'm going to use the onboard air system to pump up my tyres with this massive coil line of air. Okay, so the way I've learned to remember it is putting the male and the female. Birds and the bees. Okay, I'm really bad at this, by the way. Ready?
Hey Abbey, while you're there, give me a bit of an inflate, will you?
Oh, you're lucky I've got a long one. Is she gonna reach?
Legend. Seeing as though we're going to the beach, you might as well pump these up as well, eh?
They're teeny.
Yes.
Oh look, I love it.
This one just needs a little bit of a top up.
Find the hole.
I'm sure those compressors will be able to
Down hole.
get those going.
Alright, stick it in there.
12 psi is what we need in these.
12? Alright, you hold that.
Yeah, hold it.
Oh shit!
Okay, one little pump.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
that'll do, that's good. Perfect.
Oh, 2 seconds. This
Just one little pump on this one, and then we're good.
Alright, ready?
That's it, yeah. Now the awesome thing about our inflator systems is that we supply a heap of different fittings, so you can pump up your footballs and also your water toys, your blow up water toys, there you go.
On a serious note though, speaking of massive tyre inflators, this is a perfect length to pump up all your car tyres on pretty much any vehicle. Yep, so if you're towing, you can pump up all your trailer tyres as well. Go big or go home.
Okay, what the boys don't know is that we're actually heading to Richie's Bakery in Taunton, where they have my absolute favourite muffins ever, and I've ordered 6 because they run out so quick, so I had to pre-order them, and they're waiting there for us right now. So I'm going to lead the convoy and just stop in before we head to the beach. Alright boys, once we're out of here, after the water crossing, I'm going to lead the convoy and take you somewhere a little bit special.
Sounds good to me.
Alright guys, we've just made it to Taunton.
Where are you taking us, Ab?
We're going to a special little bakery and I've ordered us some goods, so you just have to wait and be patient.
Is it nut free?
Yes, I told them that someone has a nut allergy and that there is to be no nuts in contact with the special goods.
That's my nickname, Danny No Nuts.
How good were those muffins? They didn't last 5 seconds. They dead set disappeared in the mouth. It was great.
After a mad feed of those muffins, what were they, Abby? Were they white chocolate and raspberry or something?
Yeah, they're raspberry white chocolate.
They were sensational. I reckon we hit the ferry and hit the beach. Who's keen?
You.
So Danny, there's a bit of a special occasion on today, is there?
Yes, brother. 8 years ago to this very day, I got married on the beach here at Double Island Point.
That is bloody awesome. So where are we heading right now?
So pretty much the location where we set up the wedding and we set our vows. Just through the first cutting on the left, there's a no vehicle access, but we pretty much had 100 chairs and a celebrant and my wife and I, and we said I do.
Dude, that's epic. Can't wait to see the spot we're going to right now. Sick.
Yeah, bro, it was amazing. It was a cracker day. Blue skies, just perfect weather. Kind of similar today without the wind.
Alright, here we go. Abbey, lead the way with the SANDI Jimny.
Only if you boys can keep up.
I don't think we can, to be honest.
You might lose me once I get on the beach because I'm camouflage.
First one to see the sea is the winner.
Here we go.
Looking beautiful.
Danny, so I think we spoke a lot about the full air suspension. Now you have something different under the rear of your vehicle, don't you? A bit of a Solasto load up, air injected, what is it?
Microcellular bump stop.
That's it. So Danny, how's, you've had it in there for a couple of months, so how have you found it?
Mate, well, the reason why I hit you up for those, because probably a few months before, I was in the same beach, doing this same track, and without having that stabilization of those Solastos, it was a pretty dodgy and sketchy ride home in the soft stuff.
Yeah, that's it. They definitely minimize spring sag to a point, and yeah, get that stability back that you lost under load. So yeah, it's looking pretty stable from the rear here, so it's pretty good.
We use this style of product where space is restricted, or if the customer is looking for a fit and forget solution. We also supply these into a massive range of different applications, all the way from light to heavy vehicle and industrial and agricultural machinery. Whilst we were digging around for some fresh bait in the sand, look who was out and about filming some new product shots. I don't think I've seen that many Max tracks in one spot. Benny boy over here strapped the buckles of the straps on the swag there where the awning was, and we already set the awning up, and we'd already used the main benefits of airbag suspension lowering it down, so I couldn't use it at this stage because the awning was set up. So I had to mount the LC200, and then sliding down, the absolute family jewels copped a bloody hiding, didn't they? Thought I'd make you work, you know, for all the stitch ups you got, bit of payback. Barbecue sauce and the coffee. Just what else is there? There's a few in there. Oh well.
Okay guys, we've just gotten to camp and I need to set up my car, but we're on a little bit of an angle, so that's not going to be a very comfortable sleep because my blood's going to be rushing to my head and it won't be very nice. So in here I've got my mattress folded up, I've got to get my chair out and my bags out, but once I put the mattress down I'm going to lay in it, then play with the remote and see how it feels. Okay boys, she's nice and level, let's go enjoy the sunset.
The best part about Danny's setup is not just the ripper of a grin, but it's also the coffees in the morning and espresso martinis at night. Best rig out there when it comes to barista coffee on the go.
Actually, I've got a good one. So you walk with that, right? And then I'll give you this. So this is, she likes the spoon. You put the spoon like that. Alright, right.
Here we go,
You
guys.
got this, get it.
Here we are, Miss Lister. You like a spoon as well?
I love the spoon.
There we go, enjoy.
Thank you. It's too cold.
Too cold. Oh, Danny made it. We set up camp last night and I think all we've been doing is stepping on glass. Smashed glass everywhere.
beer bottle caps, and we've just done a bit of a walk. How many people you reckon has been stabbed by glass?
I think it's four. There's you, me,
So like there's
cameraman,
glass everywhere.
and Benny.
So like, it's only small, but like I've slashed the bottom of my foot open just here.
But if you think about you coming with the twins, like they're not going to think that's small, you know what I mean?
No,
like,
that's right.
That's going to ruin their whole trip.
Like something like that would slash their foot open big time if they were running around playing. We also picked up all this shit over here, which is someone's gazebo frame that they've just dumped.
They've had a tantrum and they've just ditched it.
Yeah, it's just an absolute DOS hole around here. So, I mean, we want to keep these beaches pristine for everyone else in the future so they can enjoy it. And if the rangers keep seeing this shit everywhere, they're just going to close it down. So, what's that hashtag you've started up?
So I started a hashtag called Only Tracks Behind, and basically if I just pick up some rubbish, literally the teeniest bit of rubbish, just starting the movement, like taking photos, hashtagging it and posting it to your story or on your feed. Me and my friend, last time we were here, we probably walked like only not even a K back and forth, and we picked up a whole bag of rubbish. The Iceman loved it. He took photos of us, and it was good, but it was sad, you know, like it was crazy that just two girls picked up all that rubbish in just one little walk. And yeah, it's just disgraceful. So Only Tracks Behind hashtag, we'll leave it here so you can see the like how it's spelt and everything, and just tag one of us and we'll probably reshare it to our stories and just
pick up your bloody rubbish.
Yeah, get the word out there.
That's it.
We can't stress enough how important it is to take your rubbish with you when you go out on a trip. If you want these beautiful places to remain open, make sure you leave Only Tracks behind.
Alright guys, we are just about to head out to Rainbow up there because the weather's pretty crappy here, it's really windy, and so we're hoping that it's going to be a lot more calmer and sunnier up there, fingers crossed. But I've just got to pump up my airbags, get my measuring tape out, and then we're ready to go.
That campsite was pretty epic. Awesome views there of the ocean just over the sand dunes, but yeah, shame about all the glass and the rubbish and everything, but it was pretty good.
Well, at least we did our part in picking it all up, but I'm glad that the rain has stopped for a little bit.
Abs, why did you say that? You just jinxed us.
So what do you reckon? Shall we go to, I mean, I can see a massive cloud over there with a bit of rain, but DI doesn't look too far from here, so maybe we just go over the other side and see if it's calm and maybe go for a fish and a bit of a swim. What do you reckon?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan, brother.
Let's go.
Something we didn't touch on is the raised height. We didn't have the need to use this on the trip, but Benny, when will we use a raised height?
The raised height's perfect for slow off-road moving, giving you more body clearance and a better departure angle.
get better than these views right here whilst fishing, eh?
I know, it's amazing. Wouldn't it be nice for the coffee though?
Actually. You smell that?
It's not fish.
Well, I think it might be coffee.
Oh, there's a coffee car right there.
No way.
And it's a shirtless man.
Shirtless man, coffees.
I reckon we should
You
go check
reckon?
it out.
Yeah, let's
Feel
do
like
it.
a latte?
Yeah, I'll have a latte. Let's do it.
Let's bring it in.
Is my coffee ready yet?
Sick of these old customers just being
no
too
response.
impatient.
Okay, I'll go. That's a wrap, guys. We hope you enjoyed watching this episode. There is plenty more to come, so stay tuned.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. And we'll see you next time on
Bag Builds.